Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 4 of the third test of the Border-Gavaskar trophy, currently taking place at the Gabba. India start day 4 at 4 for 51, and at the very first ball, Rahul nicked it straight to second slip and was dropped. It was a huge reprieve for India, and a big regret for Australia as Rahul makes them pay. More on that in a little bit. Unfortunately, Rohit Sharma couldn't stick around for too long. He fell in the way that's been more common the last 3 innings that he's gotten out. He got stuck at the crease, he got nicked off by Pat Cummins. He tried to nudge the ball out towards mid-off and cover and nicked it. It was a very lazy shot from him, as we can see. But one thing I've noticed in the last 3 innings that he's played in Australia, so 2 innings at Adelaide and 1 inning, the first innings here, is that after his initial trigger movement that he does, I feel like he gets stuck in the crease. The first innings I think he got LBW by Scott Boland. He did a trigger movement and he got stuck in the crease when the ball nipped back in. He didn't go forward or back. His head position was back, which meant that his weight was also pushed this way rather than going forward at the ball. Same thing happened at Adelaide in the second innings when he got castled by Pat Cummins. This time the ball nipped away, so it went away from him. Again, same thing. He had a trigger movement. As soon as he planted that front foot didn't go anywhere after that. And he played on the inside of the ball, got castled on the outside. And then even today, when he did get out, he made that initial trigger movement and then he tried to play the ball without moving his front foot. His head was back, his body position, body weight was all going in the other direction rather than going at the ball. So that's something I do believe he is aware of. He's an international cricketer, like I said earlier, and something that the Indian coaches can work on going into second innings of this test match and into the rest of the series. So Rohit Sharma fell quite early, and then it was Rahul and Jadeja going into lunch and after lunch. They batted beautifully. Rahul again has been really good for India. His technique, his temperament and his aggression when it comes and when it's needed is spot on. He plays his shots, he picks his shots correctly. His temperament, like I said, is very, very good. Respects the good balls, leaves really well, which is a really good habit for an opening batter. And also Jadeja, if we talk about Jadeja and Rahul, had a 70-odd run partnership. They built the game really well, gave India a chance to avoid the follow-on. He unfortunately fell for 84, Rahul. It was a beautiful 84 runs that he made. One thing I would like to say about Rahul is the way he's taken the game on. Going into the series, people were unsure if Rahul should even be in the team, and the fact that he's come out and he's almost been the pick of the batter for the Indian team is phenomenal. His method of scoring runs is very test match-like, which India needed. Another thing I've felt recently is the absence of Pujara and Rahane is something that India should have added, but the fact that Rahul is doing that job for India is amazing. And then if we talk about Jadeja, he made 77, a well-rounded knock. He was technically sound, took on the game when it needed to be, but also shifted his gears back, left the ball really well, and took on the short ball really well. So I feel like if we talk about the batting innings, both Jadeja and Rahul, they've had their plans clear and set. Rather than all the other Indian batters, they've seemed to struggle with their plans. I feel like they're a bit confused whether they look to take the game on or whether they play within themselves, because doing either one of those just by themselves in Test cricket is really hard. If we think about players always looking to take the game on, there's high risk, high reward as well. But then if you think about the other way, if someone's within himself, doesn't want to take the game on, wants to just spend some time in the crease, that can also be bad. Because 1, you're chewing up balls, 2, the scoreboard isn't going anywhere, and 3, you're putting pressure on your own team and yourself. If you don't score for 13, 14, 15 balls, straight away you're thinking, I've got to score here. So, and batting's all about scoring runs. Test cricket's all about scoring runs. So it's trying to find that balance between the two, which I feel like Jadeja and Rahul did exceptionally well today. Now if we talk about the end of the day, so that was between lunch and tea, and then after tea, a lot of rain, stopping and starting. India avoided the follow-on, which was amazing. The last wicket partnership, Akashdeep and Bumrah, they took the game on again, but they were also very smart about how they were going to go about playing their innings. and they avoided the follow-on. Big ups to them. India are going into, or India finished the day off, as I would say, 9 for 252. A big day tomorrow, day 5 for both India and Australia. If India manage to save this game, it'll be a huge confidence booster for everyone in that team. But if Australia manage to pull off the win, that will also be a huge boost, a huge confidence for the Australian team. One quick update about the Aussies. They have lost Josh Hazlewood due to a side strain, I think it was a side groin strain that he had to do scans. Only bowled 1 over today in Days 4's play. And apparently, reading from the cricket.com.au's article, they say, or they claim that he's been ruled out for the rest of the series. So if obviously obviously Australia are going to bowl tomorrow, Mitchell Starc bowled 20 odd overs, Pat Cummins bowled 20 odd overs today. They're only left with 2 quicks. If we take Nathan Lyon, a spinner, that's a huge load for the Aussies, so that's something India can take into account for going into tomorrow if they're going to bat. Are they going to play for a draw? I think they have to play for a draw, so you've got tight bowlers coming in at day 5. You've got a wicket that's been a bit up and down. We saw on day 3 the Australian quicks were getting variable bounce, so that's something they can factor in. But overall, it's going to be an exciting day tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Hope you guys like this recap I've just made. If you got something out of it, please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.